Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. All right.
I'm back. All right, hello everybody. Oh wow, it's been a while. I needed a break. Want to welcome on panel here. We got Doc Anthony, we got the Whipster, we got Chattanooga Ed, and we got Go with the Flow Aquatics.
Hey, you forgot Nico.
Oh yeah, and then there's a cat with him.
Actually, I got two cats. Look, baby cat's looking in the. Oh, never mind. I'm back
Oh,
in one.
they were cheek to cheek, so we couldn't see the back one.
Nico and Baby Cat. All right, first up, we're going to do the hellos. You got Doc Anthony was in the chat earlier. Bruiser CB. Why are we always yelling? LJ. Lake Delange. We got Monster Fish Gal. Uncle
Better
Smile.
girl.
Big Steve. Jody P. Whip was in there. Listen. I never start on time anyway, so.
Oh my God, there's pepper in here.
That's against my religion. Hello, Dave-O. Cheryl Smith. There's the Peplin.
Where's the creek? Is Creek here too, or just Peplin?
Just
it's all dried up.
Yeah, the creek's all dried up.
Okay.
We got Nancy B in Tennessee.
Nancy B in Tennessee.
Just one more fish. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Hope to see you on the 15th of next month. I plan on going. Hopefully, I get to make it to the fish swap. Craig Catfish Cave, how you doing? We got Boots Cats.
Boots cats.
Holy cow, I think that's everybody.
Did you say hi
Nope,
to
nope.
and Geeker?
We got Benoski. There's Nathan.
How about Geeky?
Geeky's here.
Love you too, Geek Boy. I'll probably be seeing him in September, I'm sure. But there's Mike B.
How
All
about
right.
LD?
Michael B.
Yeah, I got Nathan.
Okay. You see, I don't know these people's names, so.
I'm
Well,
the same way. If
that
when you
used
Google
to-
real name, I'm lost.
Yeah.
That used to be Nathan Havey, but he
Okay.
changed his
Michael-
name to LDH.
We got kittens and drums there,
Paul's and percussions.
or dogs and
Maritza.
drums.
Hey, Maritza.
Hey, Maritza.
So there's one thing I do want to talk about real quick.
Oh no! What are you going to complain about now?
I'm not. It's actually sort of an announcement because I was asked by Peplin about the auction earlier in a different chat. If I do an auction, it won't be till May. But if I do it, I got to have enough people that's going to contact me to do it. I'm not going to reach out like I used to because, unfortunately, it is a lot of work. Did I send him the wrong freaking link? I think I did.
That's okay. We don't need him.
Do you want me to send it to him?
I just did it. No, he's not sitting backstage. He's on crack.
Maybe sitting on the wrong stage.
But people need to contact me at the aquariusauction@gmail.com if they want to join. She says, what you need help for with the auction is getting people to do it. Like it's hard to have to keep reaching out to people to do it. I'm going to put it in the post, and I'll announce it whenever the first one is, whenever I'm streaming, and go from there. But yeah, it's just a lot of work to get everything rounded up and getting stuff in on time. You got to keep reminding people, which is fine. Once you initiate that you're going to be part of it, then we'll go from there. So
There he is.
I got a guy.
There's Paulie.
Paul?
I got a
Go,
beer.
boy.
I got a
It's
beer.
yeah, you got a beer. But other than that, we will have it. But there will be an auction in April. I'll let them say that on their channel. I'll probably be helping them out to give them a hand because it's a special one.
Who?
Yeah, nice try.
No. Who? So you're not.
I don't know if they announced it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But other than that, I'm gonna try to stream every Sunday. It's probably gonna be hard. Because of the fire company, it's been pretty busy lately for some reason. I don't understand why.
Well, all the drunks there in Pennsylvania driving.
That's what happened last night.
They've been burning down the chicken farms.
No.
We had two get burned down last week in our state.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. There was one burned down in Florida 2 weeks ago, Alabama and Georgia 2 weeks ago.
Is that because of that flu thing?
The bird flu, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's maybe crazy PETA people.
All right, I will announce it now. I was wanting him to type it in the chat. It's going to be Pepin Creek Aquatics and Roxy are going to be doing an auction. It's going to be for their wedding. It will be April 12th. It'll be on Stephen P's channel.
Is that their honey?
It's probably to help raise money to buy stuff for the wedding because I'm going to tell you that stuff can be pretty expensive.
Yeah, it can.
Weddings are
You know-
expensive.
If they end up going like $100,000 over what they want, maybe they'll take us all on their honeymoon with them.
Yeah, good luck.
$100,000 over. I mean, that.
Ed, have you
I'm
been
hoping.
smoking something?
Yeah, I don't know
We need
what
some good-
band's been hanging around, but
I don't know what you've been
We want some
smoking
high
there, Ed,
bidding.
but I know that any of our auctions are going to hit $1,000, let alone $100.
Right.
exactly.
Well, yeah, but this is for a special event.
Special event.
Well, I was going to say something. I lost it. Well, for one, you're already going to be at the honeymoon because it's at the Clash this year. So there's your honeymoon.
Well, I was hoping for something super fun. Maybe they could take us all to Deer Creek.
A trip to the Amazon Research Center.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's bucket list there, buddy.
And we could all see if we could catch a special fish.
What's your special fish? A
don't know.
kangaroo catfish?
I don't know what my special fish would be. Whatever fish can sell for $100,000 to get this trip done.
Yeah.
Foxy's here. Elfish is here.
She says you're a big dreamer.
I am. I'm a huge dreamer.
This is,
Uh,
this is
I have some updates that I didn't really talk about. I mean, I have probably on Edge Stream and stuff, but I did go down to Florida to visit Richard Reynolds. Went down and see it.
Who's that? Richard Reynolds. Never heard the guy.
This guy right here.
I know it's a joke.
Listen, here's the question, Rich. Were any fish missing when he left?
he got quite a few.
That's
Poor
the question everybody has on their mind. Were there any fish missing when Skipper left?
Yep, quite a few.
Yeah, let's just say that carry-on was probably 50 pounds.
Oh, it was more than that. It was more than 50 pounds. You had it.
I got to tell you, whenever I put that thing up overhead, I was a little worried that the bolts weren't going to hold it. But anyways, brought back. We did some collecting while we was down there. Got some killifish, least killifish, and some mosquito fish. But the reason why I wanted the mosquito fish is because they were melanistic, look like Dalmatian, so they're pretty cool. That's why I wanted them. We also caught mollies, bluefin killies, another killifish, bunch of grass shrimp. What else? Oh, soft shell. I found that there. That was pretty neat. Walking catfish. Is that what that was?
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. He caught a little walking catfish, probably about, what, 4 or 5 inches maybe?
Yeah, it was a baby.
Yep.
Richard,
Uh,
what's the coolest fish you've ever caught?
Actually, Henry from Aquarium Fantasy caught it when Skipper was down and we were collecting that killifish. We think it's a Seminole killie.
Wow.
We're thinking that's what it is. And it's, when he first pulled it out of the water, the yellows and oranges were just incredible. Just incredible. Now, when we brought it back and he got it home to an aquarium, it hasn't showed those colors again yet. But we don't know if, right now we're in dry season. So all these shallow canals and ponds are drying up. So I don't know if he was in breeding mode to hurry up and drop eggs before it dries up, because they are a killifish. I don't know. But when they pulled him out of the water, when Henry got him out, wasn't he, Skipper? He was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Now,
Yeah.
you say a Seminole, so is he native to Florida?
Yeah,
Yeah. They're
Oh,
native
neat.
to Florida.
they're not.
Well,
I've put it this way: all my time collecting since I've been a kid here, first time I've ever seen one.
It was pretty neat looking.
Yep.
I fell in. That hurt a little bit because I hit the concrete. Took some medicine that night and already agreed to go back down next year and don't remember that part. But the wife wants to get back down, so we're going to go back down to somewhere different. I guess the Keys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, down in Key Largo.
Yeah. I brought back,
You and Bernie Higgins, huh?
yeah. What I did bring back also from Richard's collection was Japanese blue gold sword guppies, some PRL shrimp, I needed some lemon blue eye females, so I brought some of them back and they bred. I got babies from them already. Within 2 weeks they bred. That was crazy.
Yeah, you took all long fins, right? You didn't
Yeah.
take the short. Yeah, you just took long fins.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, some platinum angelfish. Some what were them endlers? Stack endlers?
No, they're a black bar endler. The genetics on those came from some aquarium. I forget. The guy that volunteered at this aquarium, I keep wanting to say Baltimore Aquarium, but I don't know. But he volunteered there, and they let him take out 10 pairs for the Triple Crown that year. And I bought 2 pairs from him. And they're supposed to be the original genetics from the original strain of Endlers that Dr. Endler brought over. I like it because they're beautiful and the patterns are all different. They never have the same pattern. It'll be similar, but slightly different. And my understanding is that a lot of the different Endler patterns we have today came from these original wilds. Now, how true that is, I don't know. That's just what I was told on them. But I like them because, like I said, they just are all different patterns.
Yeah, they're beautiful fish. Also brought back some more duplicaris to add to what I have, to add more to the colony. Black Schultz eyes, green lasers that were actually
They're F1s those are F1s from the green lasers I got from you, Dr. Anthony, that you brought back from Peru.
wow.
Yeah, it took over 2 years before they ever started breeding. But once they bred, I got quite a few babies. Well, I was pulling the eggs. They were laying them on the glass and stuff, and I'd pull them and put them into another tank.
That's awesome.
Uh,
I got some
Got,
Ducatas.
yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. I also brought back from LDH Aquatics some Longfin Aeneas to add to what I already had because he had a bunch of them. Holy cow.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He also gave me some chocolate plecos. They haven't bred yet. And I got electric blue ram. Electric blue German rams from Dennis, SWFL Aquatics. So
And you
I
just
brought
had
my
a
fish
good day.
back. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something though.
You bring any guppies besides the endlers? I don't remember. You were talking about it. No, just the blue gold double tails.
Oh, I did forget something. The bluegrass guppies
Oh yeah.
that my wife wanted. She took them to her work, and they're breeding like crazy already. She said. Also, Sue McGill, your true dye,
Yeah. The RU 4.
they're ready to breed. Their males have been sparring. I did a short on them. And Pygmy Corridors.
Oh yeah, the pygmy cords. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you got quite a bit.
Yeah, I didn't take nothing from his house.
No,
No, I don't think so.
oh, dude, we were there hours bagging fish. I mean, just from the
How
wild.
come all those tanks are empty behind you, Rich?
Huh?
None.
What?
None of his tanks are empty. I didn't empty
How
his
come
tank.
they're all empty back there? I think that guy from Pennsylvania snuck in there with a net.
Well, I actually did forget a fish that I was going to bring back was the dwarf prey cox rainbow.
Yep. Yeah, I got a ton of them right now. And there was another one I think you forgot too, right? The Pracox rainbow. Wasn't there another one you wanted? You forgot about? Trying to think.
Probably. No, I think that was it. Well, I was thinking about getting this blue lobster that you had, but I decided not to do that.
Oh, that was it.
If you have crayfish, yeah, if you like crayfish, we know a guy that has a bunch of them.
Oh, Henry's got more than I do.
Oh, has he been breeding them?
Yeah, he's where I got mine from. He has, I think, like 3 tanks of the blues alone. And he breeds a lot of crayfish. He's got the pink ones and the white ones and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, LJ, maybe next year I may just say the heck with it and just don't do no videos on it. We'll see what happens. But other than that, that's all the updates that I have. That since the last time that I've been streaming on my channel, I've been streaming with everybody else. But that's pretty much all I have.
What about how's that store coming along? Are they opened yet?
Oh, it's been open. I've been helping with that. I'm off the next 2 days, but they're closed on Monday, Tuesday. So we're actually going to be getting into building ponds for people that want ponds built. Probably doing some tanks and stuff for people. So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome.
Oh man. Sorry, Susie Q. Hope you feel better.
Oh no. I miss hanging out with Susie.
No.
She's awesome.
Yeah, shit, it's pretty awesome. What store is that? That's it's called Q-Scapes, originally from Johnstown, PA. And then the rent got too stinking high up in that mall, and there was only 2 stores that was like keeping that place open. One of them was his, and the other one was, I forget what the store was. So he left out of there and then came down my way, which is great because I can go there and hang out. He's more into like doing a lot of aquascaping. So he has all the hardscape, your rocks, your woods. He deals with UNS, I believe, UNS tanks. That's a rimless
That's a
tank.
low iron.
But then he has all the substrate. He deals with plants. He has this pretty neat setup for his plants where it's this big glass case. It has holes in it that you put, the pots with the plants in, and there's a fogger system in it, and it keeps them wet so they don't dry up. It's pretty neat.
I bought one of those. I just never hooked it up.
Yeah, we've got one in our 35-gallon cube. They work pretty cool,
Yeah,
but we don't leave it on all the time or nothing. We just
yeah.
turn it on kind of when company comes over because it drains the tank over time,
Ooh.
No, yeah, I guess it would.
Now, if you had an enclosed polydarium or something where it was constantly the water dripping back in, that would be cool to have, I would think. Have that flowing down over and keeping everything wet.
Yeah, it's enclosed too, so it has sliding doors on it, so the water just keeps once it sticks to the glass, it runs down and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a pretty neat store. I hope it does well because we don't have many places in our area that. I mean, we have an LFS that's close, but he's an older guy and he don't really have like aquascaping stuff. He's selling fish too, but that's a work in progress. You can't really throw all that together at once and hope that it works. So taking the time to make it right. He does build terrariums. He has built some reptile tanks and stuff like that for people. So, and it's going to be interesting. So, did you guys have anything you're going to update people on, Doc?
Oh, let's see. They start the new edition for the fish room tomorrow. So finally, I will be getting a fish room.
Yay.
So how big is it going to be?
I don't know. I can look at my email, look at the sketches, but it's going to be it's going to be 2 rooms. One's going to be a heated room that I'm going to keep at, 81, 82 for large display tanks. And, so one room is going to be displays and, semi-aqua state. I don't know whatever you want to call it. And the other room will be a room where I will breed fish.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be pretty neat.
Which made my wife happy because she doesn't like, my old fish room was just all about, bare bottom tanks and stuff. And my wife didn't like that. So I got to make the wife happy.
Especially she's going to be working in there.
She's not going to be working in there.
What?
She has her sewing
Who's gonna be
room.
working?
She doesn't want anything to do with the fish rooms.
She just wants to make it look pretty.
Yep.
Okay. So she can bring the girlfriends in and have cocktails and say, "Look at the pretty fish."
No, she doesn't drink at all, so cocktails would be wasted on her.
Does she drink cappuccino?
No, she's a tea drinker.
Oh, that's cool. I'm probably more of a tea drinker myself because I don't drink any coffee.
Well,
More for me.
you're missing out.
More coffee for me, Ed. Ed, when did you leave the expo? Did
I
you stay
left-
for Sunday?
Yeah, I stayed on Sunday, and then helped kind of tear down for a while, and then we went out and got Indian food. I went out
Did-
with LRB and Tim the Crypt Keeper, and Shelby and Grant, and Cat House, and we all had Hindu, or not Hindu food, but Indian food.
Did they have like an auction or anything like that, or no?
No, it was strictly just a convention. They had a raffle, but I mean, a lot of times auctions are for,
Like clubs?
big money raisers and stuff, and yeah,
Yeah, it
where
was
people are trying to
basically
get rid of fish.
it was basically a place for all these people to come sell stuff. There was really they had an aquascaping competition. I think there was 8 or 10 tanks that they did. There was a few lectures, but I don't know that they were very well attended because the room that they had them
They were
in
far.
it was off the beaten path. I mean, you had to go searching for it. It was almost as bad as Crown when you were looking for speakers. But it was nice. I hung out all day. There was a bunch of people that I knew. It was a good nice time. So
Was there a lot of people selling fish, like hobbyist bread stuff?
enough. There was people there selling. Wild Fish Tanks was there. I picked up some really nice Peliatis Corys from him. Big ones. Probably every bit of that big. Nice chunky fish.
Yeah, pretty much full grown.
Yeah, and then I found some duplicaris there, big ones, $12 a piece. That's a pretty good price for duplicaris.
Yeah.
Got those from World Aquatics. And then Super Cichlids was there, but they weren't selling fish. They just bought supplies. He was there, but he had guppies and some plants.
The fish guys from Atlanta were there selling their cichlids.
Yeah.
They come to all of our meetings and stuff.
So they're more of a local type group of
Kind of,
fellas.
sort of. I mean, they had like, what's the name of the company? They do all this, the substrate. They were a big sponsor on the
Fluval?
no, not Fluval. They the one I get my the substrate I use on mine, Aquatic Naturals, or something like that. They were there.
There were more live. I think there was more live
there as well. The aquarium manufacturer, the high end one, the one that who's the guy by you at Tennessee?
You talking about custom aquariums?
Yeah, they had the custom aquariums. They did a big raffle on that. I'm going to tell you something. I have never seen aquariums with glass that thick before. This was almost 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah,
It
they
was
have
crazy.
some super high end
Like
builds.
thick.
Yeah, I mean it was thick glass.
You could hide behind that if there was a gunfight.
And they do all their own. They do all their own cabinets too. Glass cages. That's right, glass cages. Thank you, Alshon.
Oh, I was saying glass box. There was more fish, live fish there than like at an Aquashella.
And then who else
Like
was there? I mean, they had some saltwater. There was about a dozen saltwater vendors there. I guess they were in one section of the room. Most of the fish there, they were selling them. They were either like big cichlids. That's one company, one that was there. I mean, you name the big cichlid and they had it there.
Are they? Is that going to be around the same time every year for that?
Yeah, I talked to Sabu, and he said he's going to do it 1 year. He did do it. He was doing it twice a year, but he wasn't getting as big a showing in the fall as he did for the spring. So he's going to do it in the spring.
And
Well,
I think,
and then- go ahead.
sorry.
Well,
I think Sabu's gonna let me set up a YouTube like area where we can have live streams and like just hang out and give out stuff like our stickers and stuff to kids and things. And so that'd be kind of cool. But first we got to make sure we have people that want to come to it. You know, YouTubers to be able to do a stream the whole time. I was hoping to do more streaming, but I just didn't have, it was just basically me there this year. So for the YouTuber side. So next year, hopefully we have enough to have our own tables and everything.
So I mean, it was a nice. I mean, it was almost it was 3.5 hour drive one way for me. So, but I didn't. So I left early and got home late.
I think it's like a 8 or 9 hour drive.
I'll tell you, I did pick up some freeze-dried corn from Super Cichlids.
Yeah, so I have those. They're in the cubes, right?
Yeah.
Whenever my Corys actually like them. Whenever I put them in the water, I squeeze it, and then I stick it on the glass at the very bottom, and they get freaking nuts over it. Yes, those.
Yeah. Yeah, these. Hey, where is it? Yeah, Aquarem. So I got the big bag. To tell you the truth, my discus like the Tubiflex better than it.
That's awesome.
They like Tubiflex better than the blackworms. If I put
That's
Tubiflex
actually-
on that glass right now, they'd probably break the glass trying to get at it. This, they eat it, but not. They don't go as crazy for it as they do for the Tubiflex.
Well, if you don't like it, just mail it up to me.
I didn't say I didn't like it. We didn't eat it the same way. They eat it.
So-
And these, I think, these gut loaded too. So,
Yeah, I gotta figure that stuff out again.
but you're
so
not gonna.
golf-
I don't know anybody where you're gonna get a consistent source of live blackworms anymore. Too many issues.
Well, it's not really just that. It's also that it's really expensive too. Last time I looked, what was that place out there in California that sells them?
California blackworms.
Well, there you go. Anyways, I went on their website and was looking, and sorry, I just saw something, and it was just an astronomical price because I was wanting to start my own colony, and I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. But luckily, I know people that have them, so I may
You
still.
don't know. You don't want to know what these things cost for a 75-gram bag.
What was it, 40-some bucks?
No, it was more.
Yeah, it's about 60.
I think I paid. I think she had a show special. It was $52.
Well, that's a big bag.
Oh yeah, it's a big bag.
Yeah,
75 grams, is a big bag. So the
That's what
green
on
one,
the
the
screen right
gold
now.
one that's right to the left on the screen, that's the one I have.
Well, mine's 25 grams. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Which is an ounce.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why they put it in grams. It makes you seem like you're getting a lot more.
You're getting a deal.
Yeah,
1
You're
ounce.
getting a bargain.
yeah. The 75 was 3 ounces.
So, Doc, you said your warm room is going to be 18 by 12, and the what room temp room will be 10. That's pretty decent.
Yeah. So the overall dimensions, if I just did one room, would have been 28 by 12.
Yeah.
But I decided to top it up.
It's about the exact same space as my two rooms. Mine's 15 by 12 and 12 by 12.
Well, I'm copying you. That's why.
I don't have any windows.
Well, this going to have the smaller room will have one window because if we ever sell the house, they can use it for other things. And the big room will just have a door because we're going to say it's a media room.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a bad idea.
Yep.
Don't forget to cut cat doors in your fish rooms so that way the cats can go in and out without losing all the temperature.
Yeah, that's it. The cats that we have.
He has
Cats
40
love it.
cats. You
I
understand?
have. My wife doesn't allow furred animals.
Oh my gosh.
We travel too much. What are we going to do for 4 months in the summer when we're gone? Our
Yeah,
animals won't
okay.
remember us if we have dogs and cats.
With that in mind, you should get
Yeah.
cats. You should get all the cats.
Yeah.
Well, these ain't bad prices.
For what?
I'm going to show you.
Skip, I do have a question after you show us.
Okay. So it's $20 for an ounce. I don't know. I guess that is kind of pricey, isn't it? $140 for, oh my God. $140 for a whole pound of blackworms. I guess that'd be a bunch of blackworms, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you gotta, for $100, you want to know what he's feeding them to get $100 for it.
And he sells live brine shrimp. And that's just right down the road.
Yeah, I used to get at the wholesaler here, Southern Aquatics, which is in LA. I used to buy a pound of blackworms before COVID, because once the fires hit in California around COVID, that's when California blackworms pretty much didn't have much. I would buy a pound of blackworms, and it's a true pound, for $25.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Richard, what do you like to feed your fish?
I feed them Spirulina 20 play, Extreme Nano. I do live brine shrimp every night, that kind of stuff. I had a culture of blackworms going in one of my 20-gallon tanks, and didn't think about it, and pulled some panda cory eggs. Needed a tank to throw them in and let them grow up. So I rolled them on that glass. Well, it was fine when they were little tiny babies. But then as they
You got some
older,
big panda cories.
Yeah, they kind of cleaned out the blackworms. Other than that, I just had peat puffers in. So peat puffers are fine. They just nip them. The worm goes back in and regrows. But didn't even think about it. And by the time Skipper got here, yeah, I don't have any more blackworms in that tank. But I got some nice happy panda cories.
That's awesome.
And probably fat, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were pretty decent looking.
But in the past, when I've had blackworm cultures going, I just had one of my regular aquariums, and I use a lot of either sand from my backyard or the pool filter sand. And over time, it gets mucky with dirt and all that under it. And I've just always raised them right in that. They've done fine. I know people say they have to be kept colder and stuff, but I've kept them on some of my top tanks, and my top tanks are in the 77, 78 degree mark, and they did fine.
That's awesome.
Skipper,
Yes.
you mentioned some of the things you brought back from Florida. And one of the things you mentioned were PRLs.
the pure red line Carradina shrimp.
Okay, see, but you know, for us rookies, DRL could be, you know, anything.
It's
Well-
ST.
Yeah, they're
That's
true red line. They're true wild crystals.
Okay.
So
I just
the
wanted clarification.
the reason why I wanted to get them is because I wanted to see how a Carradina would do in my water.
Well, you have
Without,
perfect water for Carradinas.
well, yes, I know this now because they're not one of them died, but I wasn't sure because of the water treatment facility stuff like that. Because in order to keep neocardinas, I got to add stuff like
Yeah.
H and GH to my water.
Mhm.
Because you never know, like if they're going to change something there.
So we have Aquaball George here, Stephen P,
Uncle Smiley.
Uncle Smiley, but he's been here for a while.
He's still my friend.
You got a lot of friends, don't you?
I hope.
He likes to think.
I know for sure that Uncle Smiley's my friend because he talks to me in real life too.
Oh, okay.
He holds me a seat at the meetings, so that's pretty cool. You got a good friend if they're going to hold the seat for you at the meetings.
And Peplin says Ed is my friend.
I guess.
I can be a friend to you.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
But when we ought to do a giant show about just food and see what all these people that have lots of fish tanks feed their fish. I use spirulina flakes too for a lot of my mollies and godaids. I love spirulina flakes.
Yeah, I use a lot of it.
I also give them frozen brine shrimp that are infused with spirulina. And they love that too. So I figure they get a little bit of protein and they're still getting their plant stuff.
Yep. I mean, I feed some
Your little
blood
Austin's here.
to my eels and stuff. I feed them a lot of bloodworms, that kind of thing.
You've never bred blackworms. I think that'd be awesome.
I think it'd be pretty neat. I mean, I saw like so many different ways. People did it in sand. People were doing it in rock, so that when they would move around, that it would kind of help cut them and divide them or whatever. But I always wanted to do that.
I tried miserably, failed.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'd feed them and had clean water, and when I harvest some right before we went to Peru, and I had maybe 100 worms where I put in 1,000 worms before. You don't count them, but you could tell the population had dwindled instead of increased, and they were in a gravel tank.
I saw a video like 5 years ago on YouTube, and they were growing them in Madden filters, the blackworms, and they had an Apisto, and the Apisto would just like kind of glide in front of the Madden filter, and when the worm would pop its head up, it'd go and pull it out and eat it. It was the coolest thing ever, and it's like, oh man, if I could ever get an Apisto, I'd get bloodworms and do that same trick.
Huh.
I could probably get an Apisto. Bloodworms are probably harder.
You mean bloodworm or blackworm?
Oh, blackworms. Did you see Big Steve said he can get a pound, or did he say a pound or a half a pound of blackworms?
He said he could get a pound for $50.
Yeah, man, that's
But he's not
pretty
saying
awesome.
where, though. I mean,
I wouldn't tell anybody because then you're not going to be able to get it anymore. My store used to buy them all the time, and they'd be filled with leeches too. The bags.
Oh
They'd
yeah,
come in.
the old ones. Yep.
Leeches and planaria both.
But the planaria, one nice thing about the planaria, You know, in the bag, they was stuck on the bag. So when you poured the bag into a container, you could get rid of half the planaria. At
Right,
least.
right. Half of them stay in the bag. Yeah.
Go fish in MD. Yeah, I need to bring a good pound to Peru and see if we can grow them in Peru. You know, we can get Tubifex by the kilos, but it's hard to purge all the bad things out of the Tubifex worms, all the viruses and other parasites.
So, Dr. Anthony, what's your thoughts on the bloodworms, since that seems to be a topic lately on YouTube? Some people say they're bad for fish, that kind of stuff.
No, I've never had problems with bloodworms.
I never have. No, I'm talking about bloodworms.
Yeah, bloodworms.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've
I've
never
never
had
had-
a problem with them either. But
No, I use frozen bloodworms all the time.
Yeah.
George
Actually,
Spear, I
of
guess-
all the worms, the bloodworms are actually the cleanest.
Yeah, but you know, it's amazing if you know where bloodworms are actually found in the environment. They're found in similar environments to Tubifex worms. You know, they're found in very low oxygen, highly degraded waters.
The caddisfly larvae.
Yeah, they're a larvae of a fly. Yep. So,
Interesting.
who's George Fear, Alishon? Maybe I should be afraid of him. Get it?
No, that's not George Fairwhip.
Sorry, took him up.
So, what do you have any new additions you're going to be bringing into your fish room?
Me?
No, what?
Oh,
Me? No. I had babies, but it wasn't intentional, so I don't really count it. Petricola were in the quarantine tank waiting for their turn to get out. And I look in there and there's all kinds of babies. There's got to be 100 babies in there right now.
Really?
So, yeah, there's a ton of them.
Wow. Did that fish stop staring?
Nope. As we talk, he's staring up at. I don't know what's going on with my Jaguar. He just stares up into the upper left corner. Then he'll go swim around for a while. Then he'll come back. I don't know if he sees something that looks like food, but he something in that corner has his attention.
There's a ghost sitting on the tank.
That could be it.
Yeah,
too.
they see different levels of spirits.
You might see his reflection.
It could be, but I don't know why it would be that particular corner. I mean, it's 4 pieces of glass all the way around.
Nancy
Same
B
thing.
says, what? Nancy B says, you have a big sword plant and fry. What's going on in which world?
Although the sword is not looking so great. You can see that.
Hello, Garcia.
Lumpy Dog's here.
The lumpster.
I always have problems with swords in it myself. I don't know. I think it's because my water's too soft.
Isn't that what they
My
want?
swords,
Aren't they
my
from
swords
the
get
Amazon?
gigantic and then
They
die.
like soft water.
I don't like my
Mine
soft
are
water.
soft water. And you've seen mine.
Yeah, yours is pretty big.
maybe you give them too much light. Sword plants, you know, don't really need as much light as people think.
It's a
But
on
they
mine.
like
It's a Tiger, so it's not like a high-end light, and it's 30-inch deep, so it's not like a 20-gallon long where it's just blasting it. But it is a bigger plant, so it's probably within 8 inches of the surface, the tips. You know what I
No.
can grow the hell out of is hair algae. Hair algae in their tank is going crazy.
I
Yeah,
like that
not
one. I like that one tank where it's flowing.
Just
But
looking kind of
Peplin,
sad right now.
yes, Peplin. Yeah, that actually happened to me. I put swords in with the plecos and they destroyed it. But this tank does not have one pleco in it. It has Corey's and the Endlers I got from Ross. So I don't know, but it is a 10-gallon tank, so that's probably too much light. I need to dial that tank back. I think I have it on for 4 hours. That's it.
Well, that should.
I don't know.
Are you? Does it have the fertilizer it needs though? I've noticed that my swords, like you saw my 75-gallon, but it's got a ton of mulm and it's been going for 6 years, that kind of thing. They do great in there. But if you set up a new tank, they struggle. They really need that, just that
Root
dirt
tabs.
and mulm and
Yeah, I could add brute tabs, but this tank's been set up for about 6 years, 5-6 years now.
should be good then, I would think. At least mine do.
But also, it probably needs to do its transformation stage too. It may not have been converted yet. This one, but the other ones were, and the problem was is I did have plecos in there, and it they just destroyed it. There's nothing I can do.
I've never had plecos eat my swords. Now they'll eat the dead stuff as leaves are dying, but I've never had them eat, a good plant. Oh, that's weird.
I do not gravel back at all. There for a while I was just a couple of tanks down here, but it's upstairs, and it I never did that one. I don't know. Maybe I'll try root tabs.
Yeah, try it. Just stick a couple in. Once they get established and there's enough fish poop in the gravel, that's all they're going to need.
It's a sand substrate. It's mixed stone and sand.
That's okay. Mine's all sand.
Yeah.
Mine's all gravel, and they grow like weeds. You sand in any of my tanks, and the sorts grow like weeds. And I don't even fertilize a lot, so.
I've got about four or five bristlenose in my South American tank that the sword hasn't died, but it hasn't thrived either. It's been in there for 5 or 6 years. I bought it this big and it's still this big. So, but it's not. It doesn't look like they're chewing on it. It just isn't growing, which is probably my fault for not. I don't fertilize or anything like that. But there are 12 species of Cory cat in there, so I mean they're pooping a lot. I would think that would be enough.
You got the mosh pit of Corey's.
I've got an ocelot sword in one tank with a clown pleco. Doesn't even touch it. Doesn't touch any of the plants.
Well, you don't see that pleco neither.
Skipper, I mean, the leaves are whole. It's sending out shoots, and it's not touching them.
Well, then it's this mine. I need to get food to them. I mean, I do the water column now, and I was already doing the water column before I got that plant in there. But I'm probably gonna have, because it was a pretty one. It was variegated. I forget the name of it.
You put some root tabs down, it's going to help a lot on the sword.
I guess I better order some.
I mean, if you're doing water column fertilization, it'll help some, but swords tend to be more root feeders. So you put them, if you put your tabs down by the roots, and then just let it run with that, and then give it an occasional squirt with the liquid fertilizer, I think you're going to see better results.
Yeah, I mean, I got the guppy grass that's in that tank after, because I honestly, I really never fertilized my tanks. Well, I started to when I met Luke and Hector out there. Well, I've been like
Portland?
3 years ago now at
Yeah,
Fish
Portland, yeah.
Fest, and I started doing it then, but I wasn't really religious with it neither, so probably really didn't count much. But now I have been every time I do a water change, adding fertilizer. So we'll see. So I need to get root tabs again. I just freaking threw them away because they were old. I had them for a long time. I'll look on Amazon. Hello, Fish Dreams.
Fish Dreams.
Hi, Fish Dreams.
She's from Florida, just like Richard Reynolds. The coolest people are from Florida.
What part of Florida?
Don't say that.
Screw you, Ed.
Where am I? I'm in Tennessee. If I'm in the South, at least I'm closer to Florida than you are.
Then where?
Than where, well, probably all of you guys except for Richard.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in
No.
South Florida.
I'm closer than you, Ed.
Whip comes down here once in
How
a while.
close are you?
Huh?
How close?
I can be in Florida. I can be down by Cape Canaveral or Kennedy Space Center in 8 hours.
I can
Okay,
get
so
to the
you're-
Panhandle in 6.5.
Yeah, Paula, you'd be about 12 hours from me because I'm about 4 hours from Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, 'cause I can get down to down 8 hours. It's a hell of a lot faster going south than it is north. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
What side of the state are you on? I don't know where Cape Canaveral is, so that doesn't help me. Are you on the east? Are you on the Gulf side or the ocean side?
Gulf.
Richard?
Yeah, Cape Canaveral's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the Gulf side.
You're on the Gulf side. Where are you in relationship to like Marco Island?
I'm in Fort Myers, about an hour and a half north of Marco.
Damn,
Well,
I fly into your town.
I know. You fly into Fort Myers, Southwest. Yep. Yeah, I
And
live right outside of Fort Myers.
And it ain't far. He does not live far from the airport.
No,
Literally,
probably
a skip jumping away.
15, 20 minutes from the airport, something like that.
Yeah.
Fort Myers is 10 hours and 33 minutes.
It's about 24 hours for me.
Kaylee says she can get to Florida in 46 hours.
She's
Listen,
about as far away as she can get.
Holy cow. So that would make it long. Wait. Is she in California?
Yes,
Yep.
It's outside of Sacramento.
So, boy, that'd be really far for you then to drive, Doc. Holy cow.
I know. Let's see. So I'm doing it to directions to Fort Myers.
Yeah. You probably do what, 50 hours?
I guarantee it, he'd have to be.
Fort Myers, Florida. It's calculating.
It's saying, are you really serious about that?
No, it's 3,200 or 3,300 miles. It's 47 hours.
Shit.
I figured it'd been well. You know
How
what?
are you further away than
You
Kim?
don't even need to sleep.
Let's
Well-
go. I don't know.
You got to think. So, like it takes me 17 hours to get there, but like in the state of Pennsylvania, it takes me longer to get to the east coast. Then it's all about elevations and all the way the roads are and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I just went to Google Maps, and it's from Sacramento. I know she doesn't live in Sacramento. Depending on the route, it's 3,040 miles. So it said it was 44 miles away. I mean, 44 hours. Yeah.
Well, you could be like Nathan. It's only 45 minutes, and Dennis is pretty close, isn't he, Richard?
Yeah, Dennis is in Cape Coral. He's about 20, 25 minutes away.
So I just fly.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I may end up doing because one of my buddies wanted. We were talking about going down to some spring training games, and there's a airline is called Avella. They'll go down to Tampa for $69.
Spring baseball.
Yeah, go down for some spring training games.
Yep.
Well, would you
I
like
don't
to
think-
play in our fantasy?
I mean, it's
baseball
not even
league?
worth pulling my car keys out of my pocket for $69.
No, you're right.
You know,
You know what you can do for free, Paul?
What's that?
You could play for free. You could play fantasy baseball with us.
No.
It's really good time though. The auction.
And I'm
Great.
sure it's a good time. I like watching. It's the same thing asking me to do fantasy football. I like watching football games. I don't want to have to worry about 20 different guys on other teams that I have to keep up with. It was ridiculous when I used to have the tickets for the season tickets for the Giants. You'd have guys sitting in the game keeping track of their fantasy football teams, and they're not paying attention to the game that they paid to watch. You know,
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
That's like Whip and I. We just had a whole lot of fun last year doing an auction. We didn't know who we were drafting.
Yeah, right.
That's what I did.
I would do any type of draft like that, though. I'd even do a soccer league or something. I don't know.
So was that last year I played, or was that the year before?
That was the year before, and that league is still around too. That's just like it just drafts for you. But then we have a league where you have an auction league.
And I never did it before, and I was always in like the top 4. Ed's like, that's crazy. Listen, I just look, read a little bit, and hit if I like that person or not.
Ed,
The funniest thing was Lefty,
Yeah.
because Lefty didn't know how to draft. So I said, just set it up so it's like the top to the bottom players and just pick the top one. But he only did that for catchers. So he accidentally only picked every good catcher in the league.
Oh, that's right.
He had
and I
10
think you
catchers on
should
his
do a
team.
fantasy field hockey league.
No.
Is there a league? I used to
Make-
love playing it.
Field
Lacrosse.
hockey?
Do a lacrosse.
Fantasy field hockey.
That's
I've
crazy.
never played lacrosse.
Hey, there's
Well, there's Henry. Well, fellas, I gotta end this. My wife just got home. They were out shopping, so
What'd they buy me?
I don't know. I've been in the basement, down in the dungeon, where nobody bothers me. I love it. But I want to thank Doc, Whip, Richard, Ed, and Paulie for being here tonight, hanging out for. Wow, it's been that hour went really quick.
yeah.
Hey, John, it can get any better. I just finished my beer.
No, you're welcome. I should be on next Sunday. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it going. We'll see. hopefully I can. Thanks everybody in the chat that's been here participating in the chat. Yeah, my retirement pushed back a month. Listen, I got 8 years yet, bud. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you guys for being up here. Do you guys got it? Doc, do you got anything to say? Last words?
Friends, send guppies on time.
Ed, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Richard, your Blue Dream shrimps that you sent me are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Whip?
Nope. I'll just see y'all on Thursday with Ed.
Richard?
Saturday with me.
Do your water changes. Keep your fish happy.
And last but not least, Paulie.
Never let your T-shirts spend any time in Tennessee. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
We'll see you all later.